I don't normally do broadcasts like this, but this is a breaking news story, and it is kind of still going on. So let's just get you guys all up to date here. Hello, everybody. Wait, let's get to the Brooklyn Bridge camera. All right, we got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. We have a ship that just collided maybe about 40 minutes ago with the Brooklyn Bridge. We have lots of angles. We have lots of videos to go and check this out. We're going to see this from multiple angles. From what I know right now, there's no injuries. The bridge seems fine, but we are going to go through some videos right now and see this. I'm rushing on here because this is kind of crazy. But good to see everybody. You're just gonna get to the videos here because this is breaking news here. We have a lot of angles to see here, people. We have a lot of angles to see here. But here's our first angle, right here. This is incredible. This is just incredible what's going down here. I don't think we have sound coming out of here. But look at this. We're going to see this from multiple angles here. This ship is from Mexico. It was parked earlier today at Pier 17, South Street Seaport. This is incredible. This happened about 40 minutes ago. So it happened right at sunset. Look at this. Look at this. Holy cow. This is just crazy. Now it looks like the bridge is perfectly fine. The bridge could deal with this. The bridge could deal with this. But just incredible videos coming out of Brooklyn here. Let me make sure we have sound. I don't know if we have sound coming out of here. This is probably the most dramatic one I've seen. There we go. We got sound. Look at this angle here from an apartment building here across in Manhattan. You're going to see the traffic actually stop.
Is it going to hit the bridge?
Is it going to hit the bridge? Look at this. This is incredible. Yeah, let me know if we have any updates.
I can feel it.
We're getting these updates.
No, see?
Fast and furious here.
You see that?
The incident has escalated to an all-hands situation. Multiple serious patients are being transported for medical attention.
Yeah.
This is insane. This is like a very important ship. Does anybody know let me know if anyone knows the name of the ship. The ship definitely lost control. Clearly, but it had a tugboat with it. We have there's an incredible angle from the ground. Oh, look at this. This is another one I have not seen yet. And from another apartment building here. You can see that there's a tugboat with the ship.
Ay, va a chocar, papá.
Wow.
El barco.
This is clearly a prestigious ship.
Chocó el barco. No. Sí, mamá. Oh my God. Oh my God, enterillo.
Wait until there's a tugboat with it.
Oh my God.
I really pray for everyone on the ship.
Mamá, aquí.
This is incredible. I mean, wait, I want to try to find. There is an angle of this on the ground. There's an angle of this on the ground. Let me try to find that. But this is just incredible. All right, this is what I want. I'm gonna bring up here Corso 52. And by the way, shout out to everyone who is uploading videos here because some of these angles here are just insane. Wait until I'm gonna show you guys this very close angle here. And please bear with me as I type through stuff here. All right, here we go. Look at this angle right here. This is incredible.
You're gonna hit the dock.
The camera. Yes, this is the boat. ARM Cuauhtémoc.
What is going on?
Incredible
What?
footage here. This is just insane.
Dude, the bridge is shaking out there. We gotta keep moving. This is insane.
I like how some people are just like not moving. So this is a Mexican Navy training vessel named the Lax Mexica Huy Tecolocan. It's a recreation of a Spanish ship from the ship was launched in 1982. Incredible angles here. Yes, a Navy Mexican. Thank you so much, Deborah. I can't even pronounce this, but
This is insane.
incredible angles here. Incredible angles here. Some people do have no survival skills, unfortunately. I really hope everyone is fine. This ship, again, this Mexican Navy training vessel was... Are they parked now by the Manhattan Bridge? I mean, just...
Holy crap.
And this angle here is just incredible because you can see that little truss bridge you can see underneath the bridge. They use that to maintain the bridge. I hope they paint the bridge from here.
What?
All right, so
Dude, the bridge is shaking out
people are stranded on the mast,
gotta keep moving.
and they're coordinating an effort to get people off the masts.
This is insane.
Talk about a training vessel. We don't know people. There was a report on Citizen-Net where people did fall in the water. And Glenn, thank you so much for your support, Glenn.
Dude, there's people
I
out
appreciate it. I'm gonna just keep Citizen app open here to see if we get any more updates here. It did have a tugboat. It did have a tugboat with it. Yeah, people are stranded on the mast. Rescue teams are addressing individuals stranded on the ship's mast near Pier 36. They're coordinating coordinating for their thing here. Why aren't they in horizontal? Lori, this is not my video, Lori. This is not my video. I'm getting these videos off of Twitter, Lori. So that's why we're not in horizontal mode. Again, Lori, this is not my video. I'm getting these videos off of Twitter. And we're going through whatever people recorded off of Twitter. So that's that. I'm sorry that it's not in wide angle, wide screen. I understand. But I should have kept them. I should have kept a whatchamacallit up. I am home. And did I just oh god. Another angle here.
저 이거 무슨 막 행사인가 봐. 오, 깃발 올라온다.
But the masts are too high.
아, 저게 촬영배인가
But
보다.
these videos that are coming out of this are just incredible.
Isn't that gonna hit the bridge?
The angles coming out here are just absolutely incredible here.
어?
I can feel it.
But you can see how the traffic stops
No,
on the
see?
bridge for a moment.
Do you see that? It's breaking down.
But the bridge, I mean, at this point, I think the bridge is still open to traffic. I mean, it didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it affected the bridge in a sense of, in the sense of like it's like structurally unsound. Multiple victims on the ship are being transported to Pier 16 for further
Yeah.
assistance. No individuals are reported in the
오,
water.
깃발 올라온다, 멕시코.
No individuals are reported in the water.
아,
And
저게
this was an update
촬영배인가
just
보다.
now.
Isn't that gonna hit the bridge?
But this boat came out of Pier 17 in the South Street Seaport.
어?
I can feel
And I'm just on here because
No, see?
the angles that we are getting
that?
of this are just
It's
incredible.
breaking down.
And the Brooklyn Bridge is over engineered to a factor of 6.
Yeah.
So it could take this. So it could take this. Let me get some more videos here ready to go for you guys. Oh, of course it's gonna play the ad. Of course.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the TV screen here.
저 이거
Um,
행사가
And let me see if I could. Let's see here. Let's see this. Let me see. We got some. Yeah, here's a widescreen angle here. Just incredible footage here. This is a Fulton Ferry landing here. So this is the NYC ferry dock. But you can see how crowded it was. A lot of people out today. There's so many videos of this. It's insane. Clearly they were doing something. The ship is all lit up. But let's see here. Additional rescue units are being deployed to the command post near the Brooklyn Bridge for ongoing operations. Just across on Citizen app now. But we could see how the masts just come on. Yeah, was there really 200 people aboard there, Robert? Wow. I really hope everyone on the ship is safe. I mean, this is just insane. But yes, John Roebling would be proud of it. So you see that thing moving underneath the bridge. That is the maintenance gantry to the Brooklyn Bridge there. And I don't think he was drunk or high. I don't want to make any presumptions here. Look, another angle from Brooklyn Bridge Park here. Just insane footage here. And clearly the tugboat is trying to like guide it. Just hit the New York Post. All right.
There's people up there.
So there are people on the mast. Yeah, there are people sitting on the mast. Can you guys see that? There are people sitting up here. There's people sitting up here. There's a couple of people right here. This is incredible. Someone's getting fired for sure. That's an understatement.
It's listing. It's listing towards the, isn't it?
Look at it. These guys here are hanging on for dear life. Look at these three guys right up here. And there's people up here too. Holy cow.
What is going on? It's tilting that way.
This is incredible. Somebody's gonna get sued. I think so. All right. Additional EMS buses have been requested to Pier 16 to assist with the transport of 10 patients from the ship. This just came across. Just incredible. Yeah, Barbara, right? You thought we were going to get just a night stream here. You know, the only reason why I'm doing this is because, you know, one, I do work on the Brooklyn Bridge. I worked on the Brooklyn Bridge today, this morning, and I saw this ship parked at Pier 17. So this boat came out of Pier 17, but these angles are just insane of what we're seeing here. And I think they were up there, Fawn Marie, because they were gonna like do a parade. They were gonna like
Ay,
show off the ship.
Papa. El barco.
I think there were people up there because they were gonna leave. The ship is fully
Sí,
lit.
mamá.
Usually when they're in
Oh my
a
God,
kind of a
qué
parade kind of stance, you
Oh
have
my
people up on the
God.
mast. You know, that's a common sight during the parade of ships. And that's coming up in just a week. We do need, wouldn't it be a great to have a view from up on top of the mast? I hope everyone's safe. I really do. Maybe they're in town for Fleet Week. Yep, Fleet Week is literally, it begins next Wednesday. But these angles that are coming out over Twitter here are just insane. Just insane views here. Just insane views here. But they were up on the mast. They're way up here. They're way up here on these. I really hope there was nobody at the very top. I really hope there wasn't people on the very top. I really hope nobody went into the water. They say that nobody went into the water. I'm seeing some video now in Citizen app of all the EMS at Pier 16. So that's on the Manhattan side of the East River. But clearly, like, there was a tugboat with it, so they're trying to guide the ship into some kind of direction. These views here are just insane. And clearly the ship was not supposed to go that way. It's obvious the ship was not supposed to go that way. But it's just, you can see how the tugboat is trying to catch up and trying to get in front of the ship here. There's something that went seriously wrong here. It's surreal to just look at this. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real.
No, see? Do you see that? It's breaking
I
down.
really hope nobody... Oh, God, let's just pray for all these people that were on that ship. If 200 people were really on that ship, let's pray for those people. And let's hope for the best. Just insane.
Yeah.
Just insane. Like these views here that are coming out. Just incredible. And you can see there's a lot of people out in Brooklyn Bridge Park. They were trying to I think they were trying to maybe turn around, but they had to definitely lose control. They definitely lost control of this ship here. They definitely lost control of this ship. Just insane. Just insane what we're seeing here. Just insane. Look, even from the other side.
Oh no, el buque Cuauhtémoc se rompió.
Really hope everyone's safe.
No puede ser.
It's the edible snow.
Estaba muy alto.
Let's not try to make jokes out of this because this is not the time for jokes.
Se rompieron las luces. Wow. Qué mala
It could have been a
onda.
medical emergency. I think this was a mechanical failure.
Pobrecito.
Boris, please don't be a
Buque
smartass, Boris.
Cuauhtémoc se partió a la mitad las velas.
Boris,
y
please don't be
ya
a
se
smartass.
detuvo allá. No puede ser. El buque
I'm only showing
Cuauhtémoc
this
iba
because
pasando
I
debajo
work
del
on the
puente de
bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
I saw this
Iba
boat
también
at Pier
Iba
17 this
también y la
morning.
mitad.
So, but let's not make jokes, and two, don't be a smartass right now. If you want to get blocked, please be my guest. Okay? This really isn't funny. There's people that are definitely injured, definitely hurt. This is definitely some kind of I want to say this was a malfunction. Yeah, no, the mast falling down definitely could hurt people, especially people that were on top of it. But exactly, prayers to everyone involved.
Ay, va a chocar, papá. El barco.
Okay.
So definitely some kind of steering issue.
Sí, mamá.
Additional units
Oh
are being
my
dispatched to
God,
Pier
en serio?
36 and to Staten Island Ferry to assist
Oh
patient
my
transport.
God.
Chris, done
This
this.
just came
Mira
across just
acá,
now.
mamá, aquí. Mire, se tumbaron las luces con el
And
puente.
let me try to again.
No.
Let me get this really close up view here again. If I could find it, there we go. Because this is the most incredible view out of all of them.
Holy crap. You're gonna hit the dock.
Coming right towards, I think.
What is going on?
But it's definitely some kind of like,
What?
definitely some kind of, oh boy.
Dude, the bridge is shaking out there. We gotta
So
keep moving.
they say that there's nobody in the water. At least that's what I saw. There's nobody in the water. But there are definitely people injured, and they're going to assist evacuating people from the ship, and most importantly from the masts of the ship.
Holy crap.
But this is an incredible angle right here. This is an incredible angle. Just insane. Brooklyn Bridge Park.
Look, there's people up there.
Brooklyn Bridge Park.
There's literally people.
But there are
This is
people
insane.
way up on that mast. But I'm seeing whatever comes across Citizen app right now. But these angles here are just insane. Insane. This just. I still can't get over this. It looks surreal.
Crap.
It is surreal seeing some of these angles. So the water is deep over here.
What's going on?
The water is deep. I mean, the tugboat was there. I think the tugboat was doing its best to get in front of the ship so it couldn't hit the bridge. I think now all the tugboat's going to try to do is just get the ship
We
secure.
gotta keep moving. This is insane.
But this literally happened within the hour. There's a guy hanging from there. I see that. This is incredible. This is a Mexican training vessel. It was parked at Pier 17 all day today. And clearly it was leaving port.
Look, there's people up there.
Oh God, let's really hope and pray that everyone is safe and we could get a handle
This is
on
insane.
this situation here. But prayers going up indeed. I mean, they're gonna probably, I don't know if they closed the bridge for traffic. That has not come across just yet. I think the bridge is fine, to be honest. If anything, oh God, you gotta give me the ad again. If anything is damaged, it's the actual the gantry. The maintenance gantry is definitely damaged.
Watch out for that boat.
So again, if you're just tuning in, a Mexican training vessel parked at Pier 17 collided with the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a three-masted ship, and the top of the masts broke off as it collided with the bridge. They still gonna have to send engineers to check the bridge. So it's not going to be on the news just yet because we got to get a handle on the situation. Yeah, how many victims?
It's listing. It's listing towards the. Isn't it?
This is incredible. And the ship is backwards, by the way. It is going backwards in the direction that the ship is pointed right now. It is going backwards in these views that we're seeing here. This is incredible. And again, the only reason why I'm out here live right now showing this is because I work on the Brooklyn Bridge. I saw this ship this morning. It was parked at Pier 17, South Street Seaport. And we're just gonna get whatever videos come across Twitter here. But there's so many angles of this. So let's stop the video right here. There are people standing on, I want to say there's people standing on, I really hope there's nobody up here, but I can't tell. There's definitely people here. There's definitely people on these three lower masts. There's definitely people on these parts, on these lower masts, there's people. Bloody hell, this is awful. But these angles are just insane. And it could be for Fleet Week. Fleet Week begins on Wednesday. So, but you can see there's people right here. Oh Lord, there's people right here. Oh Lord, there are people up there. Fuck, there are people up there. Oh, there are people up there. I really hope. Oh my God, there's. That is oh Lord. Okay. I'm not gonna point it out. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. There were people on the top of that. Oh, fuck. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to show that angle again. Because I know where to look now. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely somebody. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. There are people dangling. There were people dangling from the top. Fuck. I can't believe I just saw that. I can't believe I just noticed that now. So again, the bridge is. So a couple of things about the Brooklyn Bridge. The bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. So it could take stuff. It could take some it could take some stuff. There's definitely people in the water. Without a doubt. There's definitely people in the water. Let's just pray for these people. So the bridge is very over-engineered. I'm not going to go to that one clip again, because now I know where to look. If you saw it, and that's it. I'm not going to play that clip again. Oh, fuck. So the bridge is over-engineered. It seemed like traffic stopped for a moment and then resumed. Yeah, we're getting a report that 200 people are on the ship. Oh man, I really hope those people are okay. I really hope nobody died. I really do. Now it's like it's after knowing where to look and looking for people on the mast. Oh fuck. This is so bad. This is really bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this clip again. That's the clip. But you can see how there's people sitting on the mast at this point here. Let's just pray for these people. That tugboat did everything it could to get in front. There's definitely Alan the food homie. There's definitely people hurt. There's definitely people hurt. I'm not even gonna candy coat it. There's definitely people hurt. So let's just pray for these people. Again, this is a Mexican training vessel that is in town for maybe Fleet Week. Again, they don't. Right, it was the Mexican Navy, and they were departing. So they were departing back to Mexico. Alan the food homie, thanks for becoming a member, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate your support of the channel. I mean, didn't a barge hit it? Okay, Jimmy V. I mean, a barge, the bridge could be hit by a barge. It's fine because the towers are stone, so it's a solid structure. So you've been talking about mass and a boat and everything. You could only do so much. But this is definitely a tragedy. This is definitely a tragedy. This is a tragedy. This is bad. This is bad. So there'll be people standing on the mast because they're in like a celebratory kind of state. It's like a parade. And so they were leaving, and obviously they probably were going to do a photo op or something like this. So this happened within the hour. This happened right at sunset. I know, Jerry. I'm sorry, Jerry. This is not a cash grab, Jerry. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way, Jerry. And this is definitely not a cash grab.
You work on the bridge.
I work on the bridge. Am I an engineer? No, but I know a lot about the bridge. And so it says that 2 people are critical. I mean, if that's the case, all right. So a fire chief on the scene reports that 300 occupants were on the boat. Operations are focusing on managing the situation at Pier 16. So that's on the Manhattan side. That's South Street Seaport. Yeah. This is very real, guys. This is very real, and the only reason why I'm on doing this is because I mean I work on the bridge, and just these angles here are just insane.
오, 깃발을
Let's just
올라간다.
hope everyone came through this fine. So they're reporting it on New York 1. So New York 1 has it. This happened within the hour, everyone. This happened about an hour ago, actually. Let's say about an hour ago. It happened at sunset. But the bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. You can see the traffic there stop for a moment as the collisions are happening. But then the traffic just resumes. But clearly, and the ship is pointing, it's going backwards. The ship is going backwards. So let's see. She has auxiliary diesel engines. Your money's on that the engines. Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, exactly. So New York 1's reporting this now. Daily Mail has it. It's all over Facebook now officially. I mean, with these angles here, it's just incredible. But this again, this happened within the hour. This happened within the hour. This did happen within the hour, and this boat was clearly not supposed to go in this direction. It was clearly not supposed to go in this direction. But the fact that there are people up on that mast, all we could do now is hope and pray that these people are you know, hopefully nobody dies. But looking at that one angle that I'm not going to play now, I'm not going to play anymore. I mean, I saw this ship earlier today at the South Street Seaport. It was parked at Pier 17, and it's a quite large ship, as you can see. But again, let's not be cold-hearted here. Rescue operations are managing 277 people from the Navy vessel, with 3 in critical condition, 17 in serious condition. Serious cases are being prioritized at Pier 16 on Manhattan. Marine units have picked up approximately 17 patients, with 13 reported as minor injuries. And this is from Marine 6 Sector. These are just coming across now. So I think what was happening, Ollie, was that the tugboat was trying to get in front. Clearly, the tugboat right here is trying to get in front of the ship to slow it down or just to back it up. So clearly that tugboat is doing everything in its power to get in there front. So she displaced 18 tons. She's 220 feet long. 186 officers and 90 trainees are on crew. I don't think there's any damage necessarily to the Brooklyn Bridge, considering that the traffic, as you can see here, stops and then resumes. I think the bridge is fine, but let's really just put out positive energy for all these people that are affected by this. And let me just do one more thing here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just had to click something off here. But the bridges, again, the towers of the Brooklyn Bridge are made of stone. They're made of stone quarried from Pennsylvania and Ohio. They're solid towers. Now, the Brooklyn side of the bridge here, the Brooklyn Tower that you're looking at of the Brooklyn Bridge, that is technically kind of on land. It's surrounded by landfill and Brooklyn Bridge Park. So, but it's a 3-masted trainee ship. Marine units have picked up 17 patients, with 13 minor injuries and assessments are ongoing. We just got an update just now. So traffic has been stopped on the bridge as they check for damage. Thank you so much, Stitcher. This is just, these angles here are just insane. But this is just insane views here coming out of Twitter here. So you see, it hits the the maintenance rig underneath the bridge, which is a bridge in its own self. Oh man. But this angle right here is just heart-dropping. Yeah, this is not the time for jokes. This is not the time for any of that right now. This is clearly, let's just all hope and pray for all these people that are affected on this ship here. And just put out positive energy for these people. Yeah, now officially the bridge is closed. Let me get my, I'm literally just rushing on here, guys. I'm just rushing on here. Let me just make sure here. I have Citizen app going, but let me just double check with the let me just double check here. Yeah, show some decorum, please, people. I think officially the bridge is closed. Yes. Brooklyn-bound lanes to the Brooklyn Bridge are closed. So Manhattan-bound lanes are still open, but Brooklyn-bound lanes of the Brooklyn Bridge are closed at the moment. But I think they're going to close both sides. I think they're in the process of close. Yes, the whole bridge is closed now. The whole bridge is closed. It just came across the app right now. The bridge is closed. Brooklyn Bridge is closed both directions. Brooklyn Bridge is closed both directions. But let's just put the positive energy out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just hope everyone is safe and just really pray that the people who are the people that were up on the masts. I'm not going to show that one angle because now I know where to look. Still waiting for an update here on Citizen app. And clearly nobody in Brooklyn Bridge Park were hurt or affected by it. Definitely caused a major panic. But the bridge, they're assessing the bridge. Again, yeah, the bridge opened on, the bridge's birthday is coming up. Brooklyn Bridge's birthday is coming up on May 24th. The bridge opened up on May 24th, 1883. Again, this is news that just came across within a little over an hour. So what do I mean? So I'm saying that the angles of the videos that we're seeing are just incredible, but also there are a couple of things that we should really have to point out here. One, the ship is going backwards. The ship is pointing. The ship is pointing backwards. So let me try to get, yeah. So this is the bow of the ship right here. So the ship is the angle of the ship is facing out. So it's supposed to be going the other way. And you know that's right, Julie. Hold on, Julie. Let me do that, Julie. Thank you so much for that. Because people are being really stupid. This is not the time for people to be stupid in the chat. I mean, I just came on for this because I just wanted to share this with everyone. But there are regulations, and obviously the ship was not supposed to go this way. It was in a position to leave Pier 17. It was supposed to make its way back. It was supposed to leave the city. So the ship was obviously, it lost some kind of control. The motors didn't kick in. And the ship was supposed to be guided. So it's not a tour boat. This is a Mexican naval training vessel. A Mexican naval training vessel. It was parked at Pier 17 in the South Street Seaport. And yeah, these angles, these videos. Let's see if we got any more videos here coming through. Yeah, we do. Another just awful angle here. This is from, oh God, we can see the people. Oh God, there's people dangling. Oh God, there's people dangling from the top. Oh man. I'm seeing this with all of you guys for the first time. We're not gonna see these angles again because that is a little bit too graphic. That is too much. Let's just pray for everybody. That's really all we could do right now is just pray for these people. And actually, you know what? We're going to... Yeah, the ship was built in 1982. But this is not the time to attempt to make jokes and stuff like that. This really is not. Yeah, so what do I mean by people dangling? There are people on the mast. There were people up on the mast that struck the bridge. So it was here in New York Harbor for some kind of event. I don't know why it was here. But there's people on the mast because they were in some they were going to take most likely take pictures. They were most likely going to show some kind of event. But I mean, the ship wasn't hacked. Come on, guys. You can't hack a ship. You can have issues with mechanical issues, and I think that's what it was. The fact that the onboard motors didn't kick in. I don't think this ship was here for the. I don't think this ship was here for the Fleet Week because that's on Wednesday, and it sounds like it was leaving. So yeah, people on the mast are in a ceremonial. They're up there in a ceremonial fashion. And that's not a little boat. That's a big boat, guys. And again, please let's not like quarrel in the chat. If we could kind of keep some decorum in the chat, that'll be fantastic. But again, even in the center part of the bridge, they still would not have the clearance for it. They would not have the clearance for it. So the boat is not supposed to be there, just period. So what kind of work do I do on the bridge? I'm a tour guide over the bridge. I lead bicycle tours and walking tours over the Brooklyn Bridge. So I know the Brooklyn Bridge back and forward. You know, the bridge is 141 years old. Its birthday is coming up on May 24th. The bridge is over-engineered to a factor of 6. But exactly, let's not jump to conclusions. You know what? The investigation is going to drag on for weeks. You was on that ship when you went to Fleet Week. We docked on the west side of the Hudson River. You don't know what the hell they're doing. Well, I mean, this is the East River we're looking at, not the Hudson River. But I think it was leaving port. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the boat because the boat has a very tough name to pronounce. So I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name of the boat. But we got another close-up angle here.
It's totally crushing.
And you can see how the traffic's going to stop for a moment. People on the drivers on the bridge were clearly... The drivers on the bridge clearly saw this coming around. But yeah, it was departing, right? Confirmed. Departing for Iceland. Thank you so much, Justin. The ship was departing for Iceland. So it would go out from the harbor. A hacker could import the autopilot. Okay. Let's not begin to make crazy assumptions now, people. Because here's the deal. Let's just get this straight right now. There are people hurt. There are people possibly dead. So this is not the time for... People had to witness this, like, in person, which is just awful. But as you see, traffic just resumed back on. And the tug was right beside it. The tug was definitely trying to get in front of the ship to try to wrangle it. And it didn't get there in time. It didn't get there in time. I think we have minor damage to the bridge, but I don't think the bridge is in a state where they're going to have to close it for a long time. But this is just crazy footage here. All these different videos that are coming off of Twitter right now are just insane. Okay, we're not going to go to that angle. We are not going to go to that angle. Because some of these angles are literally a little bit too much. Here's the scene here. This is, I believe, on the South Street Seaport side. Or we're looking at, okay, no, we're on Fulton Street here. This is the response at Fulton Street here. This is the Brooklyn side of the bridge. This is the Brooklyn side of the bridge. And I definitely think what happened was there was definitely some kind of mechanical issue where the ship lost control. And yeah, this is the Brooklyn side of the bridge here. This is Old Fulton Street here, right at Fulton Ferry Landing. And this is where we're seeing a lot of the videos that are filmed here. There's definitely people hurt. There's at least all patients. Oh, this is some great news. All patients have been successfully evacuated from the boat. Everyone has been successfully evacuated from the boat. This has literally just came across. But again, they picked up 17 patients with 13 with minor injuries. So anywhere between 17 patients, 13 with minor injuries. But that is good news that everyone was successfully taken off the boat. That is good news. Let's just hope nobody died. Let's just hope nobody hold on one second. Let's just hope nobody died. Let's just hope everyone is safe in this situation. The Brooklyn Bridge itself is going to be fine. The Brooklyn Bridge itself is going to be fine because the bridge is over-engineered big time. All right, so here we have a summary here. A mass casualty event has been declared after a boat collided with the Brooklyn Bridge, left numerous patients injured. First responders are on the scene. They got everyone off the boat. About 300 were on the boat. But everybody has been officially 2 minutes ago now. Everyone has been successfully taken off the ship. So that is good news. That is good news. And it looks like as well the boat is now successfully moored to the coastline at Brooklyn Bridge Park, right near Pebble Beach. We're not going to go to that angle. This is the angle that's awful. But you could hear by the crowds of people. There were definitely people there to see the boat depart. But when you talk exactly, Bobby, when you talk about mass weight of stuff, then so why again the people are on the mast because they were in a celebratory kind of parade state. So. And that's not how it originally came through. It came in through the harbor. But again, just to recap, everyone is safe, successfully off the boat. Everyone is successfully off the boat. Let's see if we have any more videos here of the boat maybe being moored here. The angles of these videos are just crazy though. Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna look at that one. Wow, this is from a boat. This is from an NYC ferry right here. This is from an NYC ferry. Holy cow! Look at all the people running on the at Brooklyn Bridge Park there, and that tugboat is just trying to get out in front of it. But again, everyone has been successfully evacuated from the boat. And going by some of the live video I'm seeing now on Citizen App, the boat is secure just to the north of Pebble Beach in Brooklyn Bridge Park. You know, in this age of cell phones and everything like that, Yeah, no, new Q, you're right. Yeah, you think after the Baltimore Bridge incident, there'll be different circumstances, but I think this is definitely purely an accident. I don't see anything malicious happening here. But these are just incredible, incredible images coming from Brooklyn Bridge Park and the East River. And let me check if it's high tide. Hold on. Let me check if it's high tide. Let me tell you the tide right now. Hold on. But so there's definitely people. It's at least, to recap, at least 17 people, 17 patients were picked up by Marine Unit 6 or Marine 6 sector, with 13 people with minor injuries. And let me see, when was high tide? I'm getting the tide report here. So we're going up to high tide. High tide is tonight at Brooklyn Bridge Park. High tide is at 11:45 tonight. So yeah, a little bit after midnight. It's good, a little bit before midnight. So the tide is going up right now. But everybody has been successfully taking off the boat. And this is just incredible images coming out of Brooklyn Bridge Park. Incredible images coming out of Brooklyn Bridge Park. Just absolutely insane images here.
Ay, va a chocar, papá.
Wow. Again, all we could do is pray and hope that everyone made it through safe. And I don't think we're going to have any more updates now because everyone has been evacuated. They are inspecting the Brooklyn Bridge as of now. So both directions of the Brooklyn Bridge are closed. We were coming up to high tide. All right, Brooklyn Bridge is still closed. But it was not supposed to head in that direction. The boat is going backwards. The boat is going backwards into Brooklyn Bridge Park. It's just crazy that you have an NYC ferry right there. Because there is an NYC ferry dock literally right there. So the clearance from the bottom is, hold on, I'll tell you right now the clearance from the bottom of the bridge here. Because I do have those statistics ready to go. Let me just bring them up. I think it's like 200 or 100 something feet here. Right. The mayor is going to probably make a statement shortly. Probably. But let me just get you some numbers here from the bottom here. Let's see. Clearance below is 127 feet or 38.7 meters from the above the mean high water mark. So 127 feet or 38.7 meters. But there were cars on the bridge. And they definitely stopped for a moment there and then kept on going. Amazingly enough. People, no doubt people on the bridge, if there are people walking on the bridge, you definitely felt the bridge move and bounce about a little bit here. It's kind of crazy how like the traffic just stopped and then resumed. But again, you see, it hits the. You can see the bridge maintenance mast underneath. It hangs and it could move back and forth underneath the bridge there, just bouncing around there. But yeah, so the ship was performing a training exercise. Yeah. This really scary news coming out of Brooklyn Bridge Park. That's all we could do. That's all we could do is hope that everyone is safe. Hope that everybody is safe. Hope that everybody is safe, and let's really hope and pray, everyone, that nobody died. There's definitely people injured. There's definitely people injured. There's definitely some people injured. But a ship colliding with the Brooklyn Bridge. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen often, obviously. This doesn't happen often here. I'm looking at some video of a big medical response at Pier 17 and Pier 16 at South Street Seaport. A big response from both sides. Yeah, we have helicopters circling around now. And it's 10 o'clock here in the East Coast, so I'm gonna end the broadcast now because I think that there's not much more we could do. There's not much more we could do here, other than hope and pray that everyone is safe. And yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. I'm sorry that we came on kind of abruptly, but I just wanted to keep everyone abreast of the situation, and just please, it's just all prayers going out to everyone involved, and so just down the river here from Coney Island, this is Dutch Moss signing off. Have a fantastic evening. Have a great New York day, and let's keep everyone in there in our hearts and in our prayers. Put out positive energy. Good thing the hospitals are right there, and let's hope that nobody died. All right, guys. So and we're not even gonna do any music or anything like that. We're just gonna end the show. So thank you guys so much, and I thank you for most of you guys for behaving. I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you on the next one.